welcome back to another video. My name is Brooklyn and today's video is a very special one. It is my friendship anniversary with the lovely Sarah. I will link her channel down below. Please go check her out and subscribe to her. She is a lovely, wonderful human being and I cannot believe I've been friends with her for 2 years on here. It's so magical and just wonderful that you can become friends online with people and bond over books together, and that is exactly what we did from 2 years ago around this month. At some point we crossed into each other's lives and we haven't looked back. We've done multiple collabs, we've done a few buddy reads and a lot of sprints together, and it's just been such an amazing time. And I really love her and she's just a wonderful human. So yeah, definitely go check out her channel, link down below. Please go subscribe to her because she is amazing. But to honor our 2-year anniversary, we've decided to do a video each of our favorite bookish friendships. So these are characters that we enjoy their friendships when we've read these books. So I've got like a range of them, of mostly from my favorite series ever. So yeah, there's a few. Some of these, not spoilers, but usually my favorite type of friends are ones that we can have a laugh with. You know, you take the mickey out of them sometimes. And often in books that means that they hate each other in the beginning. I don't like my friendships like that in real life because yeah, usually if I don't like someone I don't go near them, which is fair. But in my books I really love the ones that develop into something special after having opinions, like different opinions, and they're like on opposite sides and then they become besties. So some of these I will just say, like, if you are planning on reading these or you're in the middle of these books, it might be a bit of a shock that some of these people are friends. So yeah, just be aware of that. And if you don't want to get spoiled for that kind of thing, then fair enough to click off this video. But let's get into it. So firstly, I want to start with the Chestnut Springs girls. These girls, so like we've got Summer, Winter, Sloane and Willa. Each female protagonist in the books. We've got 2 sisters there. They all become very good friends towards, like, as each book goes along they become closer and closer, and I really appreciate that in this book because they need some girl power with all of these male figures and male brothers and all of that on the ranch. They really need to stick together, and they really do, and they have like a fun little friendship. They're always going out for mimosas, like brunch is their thing. And I love how, yeah, they kind of all just end up being friends. Winter and Sloane have been like welcomed into that group really nicely, because Willa and Summer were obviously best friends before the books even started, but I really liked how they've welcomed, and like Summer and Winter's sister relationship has grown stronger because of it. And the girls have just like kind of supported each other through everything that they've gone through, and yeah, kind of made it their business to get in each other's business, which for a small town romance you kind of need to do. So I really enjoy those characters, and together they're just so much fun and the banter is perfect. Especially Willa. Like, Willa's obviously one of my favorite characters, so yeah, just her with anyone is funny, but especially these girls. And with Zodiac Academy, which is the love of my life, really. Seth. I wanted to say Seth with literally anyone. Just Seth is hilarious, and as you go on in this series you get to know him even more and he becomes even more hilarious. But it's in his nature to be very cuddly because he is a werewolf, but I just love seeing that side of him, especially with Orion. That is just hilarious. Like, that whole situation is just so funny. But Darcy as well, so Darcy and Orion and Seth together as like the 3 best friends. So funny. And Seth with his nicknames for everyone. I feel like these in Zodiac Academy they do friendships really well, and they take different types of friendships and put them together. And especially as you get further into the series, you really see ways that friendships can break down and how they can be tested, but also how they can be built back up, and how you realize like, this is how I am as a person, this person makes me better, and they've been there for me through this, and even though I might have treated them badly in the past, we've gone through that because of so and so. So yeah, I really enjoy the friendships in this series, and Seth with everyone is just my absolute favorite and makes me laugh hysterically every single time. So yeah, just such a good vibe. So we have the Twisted series, girls, and it's kind of a theme, like you have a book for each girl character as well. So this is similar to Chestnut Springs. Like these ones though, they've been friends from the very beginning, which I really liked. So 4 best friends that have been together since university. So we've got Ava, Bridget, Stella and Jules. And yeah, I find these girls, I like how they've got that foundation of friendship, and it gets deeper and deeper as we go along, because especially Stella, because she was in the last book, Twisted Lies, we didn't get much from her from the whole time. Like, she was very quiet and standoffish, and there wasn't really much to her. We only saw them like a little bit together, like all the girls. But as we got into that last book, we really got to see how strong their friendship was, and just more of that, and how friendship survives after uni or school or something like that, because Bridget ends up moving away, and like people end up like, and girls getting into relationships. It's very hard to maintain friends as well as having like your first love of your life. Like it's such a big change and a lot to get used to for the other person that is friends with them, and seeing them in a relationship, and also maybe some jealousy there because you're not getting that yourself, and like the time you used to spend together is gone. And then also between Ava and Jules, because Jules dates Ava's brother, like that's a lot to get used to, and to like stick through that and everything. I just really enjoyed that. So yeah, I feel like those girls in that series are really cool, really good example of how to stick with each other even after like spending all the time together. Going through different phases of life together it's very nice to see. We have Throne of Glass, which I'm sure you guys would probably assume would have been included in this, because how can I go a video without mentioning Throne of Glass? I don't think it's possible. But basically Aelin with everyone, the whole series has a very big emphasis on Aelin's relationships and kind of her moving around the world to create these alliances and friendships and building up the plot. The relationships in this series, it's one of my favorite things, and it has a really big importance to the plot, because without those relationships and alliances, what happened couldn't have happened. So it's very, very important in this story. But I'm not going to mention Kale in this because fuck that guy. But the first kind of friendship that we really see is Dorian and Selena. I will call her Selena for now. Friendship, you kind of feel like there might be a little bit of romance there, but their strength and kind of how well they end up knowing each other is really important. And as you get to that last book, there's something very big that happens, and they do it together. Everything in this series, but particularly the things that these characters go through together is just something I can't even explain how special it is and how amazing this series is to me. But yeah, Dorian and Aelin, just the best of friends. I love it. And then we also have a very special one, Aelin and Fenris. If you know, you know, like the last book, there was a very big situation that happens between them both, and the bond that they created over that was something I had never really witnessed in a book. Like, it made me emotionally and physically ill, like just what happened between them. And yeah, it was very, very special, and I just loved every moment of it, and the sacrifices made and everything that I will probably never experience in my life. Like, it's so like harsh and fierce, and like because of war. So yeah, it's so interesting that there are friendships out there, like different types of friendships that we may never experience because of the conditions and like context of our life. So yeah, I just think that's a really, really great one. And then to end this video off, I wanted to talk about some Shadowhunter friendships because they're my favorites. And yeah, if you've read the Shadowhunters, you know there's so many amazing friendships in this series, but particularly I have to say Will and Jem. Like, they are everything to me. They always were, and like, to have loved the same woman, like to be best friends your whole life, like Khiara, like best friends, yeah, your besties, like you would die for each other, but then end up loving the same woman and getting through that in a amazing way. I just love that love triangle so much. I think it's the only love triangle that really works. But yeah, I think it's just done really well, and it makes me emotional because of how sad it is that they had so many years together, but then due to circumstance they kind of couldn't have that time together. They had a different type of relationship. Again, if you know, you know. It's really hard to explain some of these friendships because the spoilers in these books are why their friendships are so strong and like why I love them so much. So that is kind of hard to explain, but nonetheless, if you're looking for a good friendship, Shadowhunter series, all of the books have like the best people in them, the best characters that you'll ever meet. Like, they're awesome. But yeah, that is all for this video. I hope you enjoyed. Let me know some of your favorite friendships in books, because there's so many out there that I haven't experienced yet, and I may have not even found my best friendship in a book. So that's kind of exciting. And watch Sarah's video. She's also posting the same type of video, so I'm excited to see who she picks. I wonder if we've picked any of the same. That would be so funny if we did, and just perfect. But if not, then there's even more for me to go and find or agree with. So yeah, definitely I will link that one down below once it's live. Hope you have a lovely day, and I'll see you next time. Bye.